Welcome to Central Happenings Network. I'm your host, Bellagio Sampler, and welcome to the show. Today's theme of the show, we're going to continue on with previous discussions of this dual reality we live in, and how the left, how colleagues at your work, how members of your family, how they are truly not ready for what is going to happen. They truly have no idea that Biden is not going to be president. And I find that fascinating. Extremely fascinating. Because it all stems from the bought and paid corporate media that has sold out to China, has sold out to the merchants, to Bilderberg, to the Jesuits. But really, those latter organizations that I mentioned are not next in line to lead the world. Why are the Chi-Coms so important to defeat? Because communism is on the rise. Communism is the enemy that is bleeding through in schools, on TV, in media, in pop culture. Communism. That is truly what all the enemy has in common politically. They want to be governed and ruled by the state. Welcome to the bunker. We're going to be looking at a couple articles. This will probably be an hour show. Let's zoom in. This Anon activated some almonds in my mind. How aware are normal people that Biden might not be president? And we're going to look at some of the the press conference today. I highly recommend you guys watch the press conference. You can watch it right here. I'm going to share it on all 3 channels. Thank you for watching on DLive, on Twitch, on YouTube. There is the link for you. You guys should watch the entire thing. The left sticks to schoolyard tactics, to childish idiocracy tactics. If you guys haven't seen the movie Idiocracy with, is it Luke Owen and Dax? The movie Idiocracy really dictates where we are, where we have come. The left, the liberals, the Democrats, the average man out there, the sheeple, the normie. They laugh at the fly on Pence's head and ignore how feckless and benign their candidate is, Kamala Harris. Today they ignore all the mass evidence of grand scale conspiracy fraud, the likes which have never been seen before, and it dissolves the very nation we live in. And they ignore that for sweating Rudy Giuliani. Oh my God, you mean he's not a cyborg? He's not a robot? You mean he sweats like the average blue-collar worker? You mean he sweats like you and me sometimes? In a hot room full of people? A tiny-ass room that they should have had the AC cranking on? My whole point is, we don't focus on these benign things. We're gonna look at some of this stuff in a minute, but let's go back and look at what this Anon was saying. And there is just a battle on 4chan and in media for the fate of the world. It's a propaganda battle. The left is picking up their propaganda. We are pumping out more of the truth. And they, at this point, they won't listen to reason. And it's a very dark and sad place where this is going. We're gonna read this article in a minute. Let's see here. At 1:25:18, she confirms that the Dominion servers were really seized. This chick was powerful. She told the reporters to hush up. It's not your turn yet. I say we listen to the Cindy Powell part, because that's going to be a main topic of my discussion on what I think is happening. Okay?
Things were done in those countries as this was exported from Venezuela and by Maduro and by Mr. Chavez and by Cuba. And of course, we know China also has a substantial.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to be quiet. Here's a few things I want you to notice. I'm going to be pausing throughout the interview. I'm going to be playing big chunks of it. This is like a 5 to 10 minute segment that I want to show you guys. Notice how again, I want you to think about this from the average person's perspective. For all you anons out there, in quotations, that are like, why won't they do anything? Why won't they arrest Hillary Clinton? Why haven't they walked into Obama's house and arrested Obama? Why? I want you to watch this and understand how the normie thinks. They're not even ready for what's about to happen to Joe Biden. You think they're ready for the absolute truth? People's lives are at stake. The lawyers are being doxxed. Their families are being threatened. The left is vicious. They have enemy elements, leftover, hangover elements of the Bush, Obama, Clinton, CIA elements, FBI elements that are left over.
The
Let's
world
listen.
is watching this. I have gotten multiple emails from people in other countries who watch the same pattern happen there. We have witness testimony that the same things were done in those countries as this was exported from Venezuela and by Maduro and by Mr. Chavez and by Cuba. And of course, we know China also has a substantial presence in Venezuela and substantial interest in making sure that President Trump does not continue in office. This is the consummate foreign interference in our election in the most criminal way you can possibly imagine. It must be shut down. We know, for example, that one of the Dominion's highest level employees or officers went to Detroit himself to man the Detroit Operations Center, where he could watch the votes coming in real time and decide what file folder in the system to put those votes into. That's why you see massive spikes after hours when people were told that all the votes were in and all the votes were counted. Many Dominion employees have already reached out to us to tell us the truth. They are Americans who want to ensure election integrity like we do. I would encourage every Dominion or Smartmatic employee who is fed up with the corruption in this country to come forward as soon as possible, because these are serious federal offenses that I am confident the Department of Justice will be in pursuit of in very short order if they are not already.
All right.
Let's take a look at the 115 mark. 125. Okay. They took some questions. Rudy laid the smackdown.
Generation that we have our most coordinated
Hold on, you. Okay, here we go.
In terms of the level of corruption we are looking at here, we have no idea how many Republican or Democratic candidates in any state across the country paid to have the system rigged to work for them. These people didn't do this just to take control. They make one heck of a lot of money off of it. Think about the global interests behind your own news organizations. Think about the pressure being brought to bear from the social media companies to shut down free speech on any challenge to the election. This is a massive, well-funded, coordinated effort to deprive we the people of the United States of our...
And you have to understand, this is a direct attack on the New World Order. When the Trump campaign, when Rudy Giuliani, these guys are exposing the New World Order. This is how the New World Order rigs elections around the world with this company, with the vote. We've heard about it for years. Years we heard about it, but now it's coming to the mainstream. It's coming to a head. Let's continue.
Our most fundamental right under the Constitution to preserve this republic that we all cherish. It is of the greatest concern. It is the 1775 of our generation and beyond.
Sydney, speaking
yes.
of our votes being held and processed, tabulated overseas, there's reports that there was a piece of hardware, possibly a server, picked up in Germany. Is that true, and is it related to this?
That is true. It is somehow related to this, but I do not know whether good guys got it or bad guys got it.
We don't know who picked it up.
Why are you not requesting a recount in Wisconsin or the counties that use Dominion systems?
I can only hear one person at the time. I'm going to take the one with the hands raised.
I'm with Just the News.
Yes.
So question for you, Sydney. First, on the issue of the machines, do you plan to have, are you seeking a court order to either seize or subpoena or just to gain access to any of these machines in any of these contested districts? Have you begun that process? And when can we expect a timeline on that? And then for you, Mr. Mayor, you mentioned in Wisconsin.
We can't hear the reporter. We're going to hear the answer to the question. These guys are at the forefront. These guys are the shield of the Republic right now. You have to understand. Their lives are being threatened by gang stalkers, glow-in-the-darks, Antifa, sock-wearing clowns, freaks. This is a battle, like she said, 1775 moment in America. This is it, guys. We've been waiting for it. You asked for it. It's coming. And again, We're going to discuss a couple things as we look at some articles. Let's continue.
Wisconsin and in Michigan, these issues of overvoting. Where can we learn more about this? You're saying 150, 200%?
Up to 350% in some places.
Where would we get access to that data? And then to what extent were those people who showed up to vote in person? Because in Michigan, for example, they did allow same-day registration.
Yes, well, the same-day registration causes problems with the vote signature and the registration itself. That's a whole different system that makes it impossible, really, to validate the signature. I mean, one person could sign the same name. I could sign John Smith, I could sign K. Smith, I could sign, on both things and run 50 ballots that way. And we've got some evidence of that being done as well. Rudy, do you want to speak to the other part of it?
Sure. We have now.
I want to find the last bit so I could show you how.
And it affects votes around the country,
Let's keep hearing.
around the world, and all kinds of massive interests of globalist dictators, corporations, you name it. Everybody's against us except President Trump and we the people of the United States of America.
You've spoken of unleashing the Kraken. Is the country ready for this? I mean, Americans should be astonished at what you're saying here today. Is the country on the verge of an electoral breakdown?
We've already had it. We have already had that electoral breakdown. But the Constitution, as Jenna explains, has provisions in it for how you fix this. And there should never be another election conducted in this country, I don't care if it's for local dog catcher, using a Dominion machine and Smartmatic software.
Amen.
We've got to have an American company that uses paper ballots that we can all verify so every one of us can see that our vote is our vote.
Why are you not requesting recounts in Wisconsin counties that use Dominion software? You're requesting recounts in 2 counties that don't use the software at all.
This case is not only about, remember, this case didn't begin with Dominion. This case began, and this case can be proven the old-fashioned way. It can be proven based on just good old-fashioned democratic tactics that go back to Mayor Daley in the 1960s, when he held the vote back in Chicago so that he could elect John F. Kennedy. Or as recently as last year, when they held the vote.
Okay, I'm going to paraphrase and read the part again. I linked this so you guys could watch it. She talks about the lawyers being threatened. I think it was earlier on in the interview. Talks about lawyers being threatened, Giuliani sweating and shaking, Powell shaking and almost crying. Are they already victims? And there's a couple interesting posts, okay, that I don't fully agree with, but there's some decent information here. So there are several things happening at once with the overall case being made by the Trump administration. Let's assume the Trump administration is correct that massive voter fraud occurred and the foreign entities and nations are responsible for the interference. Let's pause right there, because that is true. We have everybody against the American people in America. You could see it in the vitriol of the shills. You could see it in the vitriol of the disinformation and demoralization agents, the anti-Americanism of Hollywood, of media, of MTV culture. The only person for America is Donald Trump. It's not Joe Biden. And there are 74 million Americans out there. Yes. No, not Joe Biden's fake 74, but Trump's real 74 million. You know, when it's all said and done, Trump won by a landslide. Again, we base our reality off of common sense and things that we observe. The reality is that nobody likes Joe Biden. There's no moderates that voted for Joe Biden. He had empty stages, waving to nobody coming off planes, stuttering, farting, shitting his pants, and a babbling mess. There's just not possible that he won. And there's different mathematical laws and equations that you've all have heard of. Somebody posted in chat, is it Benford's law maybe? there is just so many areas of fraud. You understand? And this is it. This is what it all culminates to. It culminates to basically a mock civil war, a mock Bolshevik era takeover, where the left of today, the Hollywood elite, they have labeled Trump the royal elitist and his family. They hate his family. This is just like the evil Bolsheviks with the royal family of Russia and the whole story of Anastasia and evil sorcerers and wizards, Rasputin. You know? I mean, guys, we're repeating history all over again. But it's not going to happen the way they had it done last time. We have way too many good people fighting the good fight. All their money is in demoralization. All their money is in trying to get you to give up. And we will never give up. We will never, ever surrender. You want to understand our autism? Let me show you. Let me show you. Chant you hear in the trenches, in the battlefields across America. Let's just reiterate. Joe Biden has nothing except the press, the media, and the loudspeakers. Donald Trump has the backing of continuity of government, of police across America, firefighters. And no matter how many Vice articles and HBO articles are written about the doctors that hate Trump and how he mismanaged the fake flu and this, that, and the other, let me tell you, again, Trump's not leaving in January, and the average person has no idea what is coming. The average person literally thinks Joe Biden is president. The average person right now is investing in the stock market unironically. I don't mean like the heavy hitting Bizanons out there that are buying in and out quick, or I'm talking about people that are investing their life savings in the stock market. And they think now is a good time. Because, oh, well, maybe with Biden, these people have no idea what is coming. No possible concept. What's coming is a restoration of America. What's coming is a repeat, unironically, in a milder format, a repeat of what happened in Germany. Except there won't be any rounding up of any particular group of people except the media, except the traitors of America that have sold out to China, that have Chinese drivers driving them around like Dianne Feinstein. The executive orders have been put into place. And the executive orders are there to get these seditious traitors and lock them up and eventually give them military tribunal firing squads. It's all in the Constitution. Like Sydney said, it's all there. And I have to prep, I could prep this easily. Ready? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna be all inclusive right now. We're about to dilate live on air, live dilations. No, but in all reality, I'm about to show you a video from Keck Magician in our Discord, but I'm prepping the video so we don't leak the Discord coordinates. There we go, ready? Do not leak the coordinates. Why would, like, imagine the media acting like this? And I'll tell you exactly where this is going.
All of you need to answer this.
Why is the federal government...
What is going on? And you're not working with the transition. You're all part of not recognizing democracy. You're all undermining the democratic election. Every one of you.
Why is the federal
And you won't
government
work with the
refusing
transition.
elections?
Why would the enemy be acting like this? Because they're playing because they are going to magnify a fake civil war. They're going to say Trump is causing the civil war. Trump is doing these terrible deeds. This is all Trump, you guys. But really, in reality, they committed voter fraud on a scale that the average person that has no idea about computers, no idea about technology, they have to call their grandchildren to plug in their internet, to reset their modem. They think, just unplugging stuff, sometimes that does work, but they think that's the answer to everything. Just unplug it and plug it back in. They'll just unplug a computer while it's running. These people have no concept, so that they have no idea about stealing the election, ladies and gentlemen. So they're going to see it as Trump, oh, wow, Trump this, Trump that. And this is some old news before the presser. Everything is proceeding as foreseen. Let's keep going down the line. Mass internet outages, Durham, Virginia. Q last said Durham. Very interesting. Now, they do selective internet outages in areas where they are committing crimes. So maybe you can't record and upload a video or... So keep an eye out for that. Let's keep going. What do you think about this guy? This is the leader of America First. This is Nick Fuentes. Am I correct about this? Oh, you guys can't see. I was just reading. Oh, this guy. This is the leader of America First, Nicholas Fuentes. He went to Barbados. He got a nice tan. He got a nice haircut. And now he's back in the limelight. But people are not happy. No, in all reality, this guy is called Ali Alexander. And I don't have... Do I have the original video? Or is this like a meme video? Oh no, this seems like it's the video. Let's play this real quick, guys. Let's play this.
Alex, they certify. I'm sorry, I'm not trying not to. They certify the vote here, right? We're inside. Let's not leave.
We're not crowd.
No, I'm being serious.
We're not the left. We're not going to democratize ideas.
That's how we can stop the certification.
Listen to me.
Peaceful.
Listen
peaceful.
to me.
It's not a bad idea.
Listen to me.
What?
Listen.
Peaceful sit-in. That's what we'll call it.
Here we go.
He's wearing Kanye West merchandise.
The hillbillies make up all the ideas and we're going to lose the country. So put aside your pride. Listen to me. We're going to stop the steal, but first we're going to stop the certification.
Well, it's not good to fight. It's okay to do
that.
How are we going to do that?
Sorry, let's talk about it later. It's good.
Okay. Do not enter this.
Yeah. All right. It's okay to have ideas. Everybody's fine.
Yeah.
Just an idea, man.
Just lose the republic.
Well,
Ideas are fun.
Well, listen, he can have ideas as a private citizen.
Yes.
But we have our ideas. The point is, this is good. Everybody came here.
Incredible. This is another new grifter making money. Some movement. I mean, as long as you're bringing attention to the proper stuff, like the Dominion voting systems, this particular video conducting the war cry for the Republic, these important topics. You know, you can't just call people hillbillies, protrude your chin out, disgusting, you know, all protruding and stuff. Very unkempt. Unkempt of him. That is a vicious underbite. Yes, it is. It's Baron von Unterbite. The recent statement by Chris Krebs on the 6th. So this guy, on January 20th, regardless of what happens with the election results, here's a black pill for the shills. Trump will refuse to leave the White House. Absolutely nothing will happen to Americans or total. Well, they're going to cry about it. The left will amplify. That's my prediction. There will not be a civil war, this Anon says. Trump will simply refuse to leave, and America will move on. Our government is a gentleman agreement for self-righteous people with shape. Pete Trump doesn't know the meaning of the word and has constantly... That's so funny. It's a brutal black pill that they're going to have to swallow. There's some truth to that. This Anon was arrested for not wearing a mask. I wonder where this was. It's on public freakouts. I ain't clicking that. There's actual Anons out there that failed their disinformation campaign and demoralization project. And they really believe, like, look, the virus is effing real. You lied to me. You effing killed me. The virus is real. This one says vitamin C, zinc lozenges, Tylenol, max daily doses of all three with lots of water. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Suck it up, Buttercup. We're humanity. We'll move. I mean, you worship the science, not me. You believe in the evolution, not me. Well, won't you evolve? Won't you get stronger? Won't your immune system get better? These poor people. FBI Anon getting snuffed. Here's some old information. The only good FBI agent was FBI Anon of 2016, and the New World Order killed him, allegedly. There's more images of this. Some very interesting stuff in here. I'm going to post this in all 3 chats. Zinc is also a wonder drug too. Zinc is good. Vitamin C is a wonder drug. Well, lysophoric is the best. I don't know. Was that vitamin C? That's a very good thread there. Let's keep going. Biden has officially canceled Christmas in my city. Only in Boston. There will be no Christmas tree at Faneuil Hall this holiday. Faneuil Hall? I don't know what that is. Cancel Christmas, cancel everything. Stay home, no turkey, no gatherings above 5 people in communist Oregon. No gathering. They're going to come knock on your door like the Nazis and literally make sure you don't have more people there for Thanksgiving. Making sure you don't have fellowship. You don't have family. You don't have friends. You just stay home and alone and be miserable like the average and mass liberal out there, like 98% of liberals out there. They want you to be miserable like them. Trump fires Homeland Security Director. Get ready for civil war. Boys, this Anon is saying. And there is a meme out there of civil war. I don't know. What would it be? Would it be them just, like Antifa just rioting cities and, like the military picking them off? Like, what is the civil war idea? I don't see the need for the average patriot to even be involved. We could sit back and watch it on mainstream media, right? because they're going to be covering the right stuff. But really, it'll be the military and police and SWAT against the Antifa this time, the U.S. Marshals, National Guard. Why do you think Trump is withdrawing troops from Afghanistan? Don't you think that he's planning something? Don't you think that the military is planning something? Here are the military's options. Back the voter fraud Biden and go to war with 5 nations over the next 4 years, especially when Kamala Harris takes over. And, fake Lindsey Graham as vice president because the uni-party system is in on it. But the memes, some people have the old-fashioned memes. There is a fake two-party system, but Trump's not part of it. Trump is outside that paradigm. That's why both parties hate him. Get some music on. Is Parler a honeypot or no? I hear mixed things. There's people that don't want you part of it, people that want you part of it. I'm thinking about making a fake number and hopping on it. I don't know. I gotta see what they want of you. Whatever company hosting Parler data should stop. This hate site should be shut down. Google, Microsoft. As this Ross Gerber says, as a Jew and supporter of Israel, I'm trying to reconcile this Jerusalem decision as just another way for Trump to start another war. I hope both Arabs and Jews can see through this provocation. I pray for peace. Get off Parler and stay on Twitter, Goy. I don't know if Parler, I gotta look into it further. All I know is I don't have a Twitter anymore. I haven't had one for a while. That's why I need you out there sharing these videos. I need you out there sharing these streams. I got 3 more days left before I can stream on my main channel, and we have to be very careful. It'll only be video game streams or update streams like, hey, we're over here at CHN3. Just to let all the people know, the people that are not engaged. Be an engaged Anon out there. That's your goal. Be engaged. And Crusader Stan, I want to thank you for being a new Patreon. $25 Patreon, really helping out big time. I truly appreciate it. Let's talk about the fabric of America. What the left wants is you not to have a business, not to have a family, not to have a job. They want you to be completely dependent on government, with universal basic income, stuck at home by yourself, only engaging through reality, through the internet, through social media, which they can control, they can procure. And here's an example of this. COVID is being used to kill the entire restaurant industry in New York City. Restaurants in New York City can either only offer outdoor dining or operate at 20% seating capacity. The vast majority of the thousands of restaurants in NYC have no capability to offer outdoor dining at all. Now, under the guise of China flu, they're adding even more regulations saying things are spiking in the winter, obviously normal flu, and people being hypochondriacs. Have to create new barriers for outside dining areas, which are filled with sand, so they cannot be moved. But if it is projected to snow that day, the barriers must be moved. Barriers also need reflector tape and bright colors to be visible from far away. If your restaurant is located in an area with certain threshold for car crashes, you need additional water-filled barrels from the New York Post. This is insane regulation. This is the Biden presidency. Anybody that calls Trump Zion Don, MIGA this, they're communists. Now it's been completely exposed. Because this is what they're voting for. They're voting for total control of your life. And it's not going to happen. There's 74 million Americans that are going to say no. to the New World Order. No to the UN. No to Davos. No to that weird ghoul guy. What's his name? The guy that invented all this and hired all the e-celebs. Von Klaustein or some crap. These oligarchs, guys, that's what they are. We are going to be doing a call-in show next week on the backup channels. I'm going to be announcing it on the main channel. That's what I've been waiting for, just to announce it there. Klaus Schwab, Ardent Heart, thank you very much. Klaus Schwab, guys. Klaus Schwab will be dabbed on. He will. We're going to take out the fidget spinners. And we're dabbing. We're dabbing on Klaus. We're dabbing on Klaus. Poor Klaus couldn't handle that. We just gave him a visual stroke. Yeah, well, I'm going to announce it on the main one. It'll all be there. Crusader Sin. Hopefully you are in the Discord. That'd be really cool. We're going to be opening up the Discord in the future, don't you worry. But the people that join have to go through a rigorous process. And we're going to be reorganizing the Discord that everybody that's in there right now is going to everything that they have right now stays the same, but we're going to call that level 2 access. And then anyone that joins the Discord will have level 1 access, which is nothing. They're not going to be able to see any of the boards. They're not going to be able to see anything except one like entrance channel. The first chamber, we're going to call it. It's like the 36 chambers. Black Eagle's listening. He hears what I'm saying. So we're going to change the Discord up to make it where new people are like low entry level privilege. They can't see anything except one channel. And that's the channel we're going to use to give them the questions. It's like Walking Dead. For all you shills out there, we have to use your lingo. We're going to ask you the 3 questions. The 3 anti-shill questions. And we're not going to tell you them yet, but... Davey Krago copy. Not really. I mean, we have it just like 4chan. He just has like normie sections, you know? But that is funny. That guy, he's probably a good-hearted guy, but everything he does is just like following the trend of the normie muffler smoker. He's like, QAnon's bad. QAnon's bad. Oh, you QAnon this. They were all right about Owen. I mean, Owen means well, but the guy is off his rocker. But a broken clock is right twice a day. He's right about a few things. Homesteading. He's completely wrong about the Bible. He's completely wrong about the Holy Trinity. He doesn't believe in the Holy Trinity. So, I mean, you know. These guys. Oregon is shutting down. Bye-bye, Oregon. I heard it's a beautiful state up there, and the missile fields are nice, but Oregon is shutting down. Trump is on absolute fire. Fire and Krebs, we already talked about that. And then the final post we have, unless you guys have anything breaking right now you want me to cover, post it in the chat. Abolish the Electoral College. There's still, this is how I know there's still some, like they know, they're afraid. They want to make it where the popular vote is it. They want to make it where they can just cheat on all the ballots, electronic voting, mail-in voting, and just, the popular vote, he wins the nation. Majority rules. 51 sheep want to go walk off a cliff. So the rest of us, the rest of us have to follow. Some crazy shit, right? Crazy shite. Let's see. And that's about it. What do you guys are? Oregon, Washington, Kelly. are up to something. Yeah, they are. They definitely want to secede from the Union, and the people are so brainwashed there. I don't think these people fully understand, like, if you're a mother and a father and you voted for Biden because you have a personal bias against Trump and you have no idea about Biden's economic standings and principles and policies, you really, like, you cursed your whole family. And there's people out there that think Biden's gonna give them more welfare, Biden's gonna give them more credit, more this, more that, Biden's gonna give people free housing, free tuition, Biden. There's people out there like that. Like I said, these normies are brainwashed, guys. And I know you all have somebody in your life that you've been trying to wake up for years now. You've been trying, and listen, it would be great if you could wake them up. But at some point, you can only show people the door. And they will reject it. You can only show people what the matrix is. They have to accept it for themselves. You can't make them fully accept the red pill. They can go catatonic. They can go back into the matrix. Ignorance is bliss. You have to understand that until these people are fully unplugged and understand the gematria of things, they are part of that system and they will fight to protect it. They will argue with you. They'll call you crazy. They're going to say Trump's crazy. But Joe Biden is a cheater. Everyone knows he did not win. And the voter discrepancies are huge. They're being exposed. They have computer forensic teams on it. This is going to be just world shattering. World shattering, put it that way. And I am gonna end the show early tonight. I'm tired, but I'm overtired. So I'm not gonna be able to sleep, but I can't sit here too long and stream all night. I will be back this weekend. I have a big day tomorrow. Probably gonna stay up late tonight and hang out on the Discord. Maybe chat over there. But yeah, the average person is not ready for what's coming, really. And even like the average Richard Spencer follower, the average Fed poster, the average Boogaloo boy. What's coming is the emperor being born, a family dynasty being born, the Democrats being defeated forever. On a global scale. On a global scale. Let's hang out for a couple more minutes. I'm reading your guys' chats. Very interesting stuff. Let me see if I missed anybody on Twitch or D-Live. I don't think. Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yep. Oh, yeah. Shout outs over there. Yes. That's about it. What have I been doing on my off time? I have been playing a game called Just Emulate Tarkov, or Emu Tarkov, or Single Player Tarkov. You could download it right now and play it yourself by just Googling those terms. Very interesting stuff. Basically, it's offline Tarkov. You host your own server. Can't play with people. And it's for people that work a lot or don't want to deal with cheaters or just test out builds. Pretty fun stuff. And I've been fixing the house up. I'm getting new carpet in the basement. Getting a new bed coming, thank God. I haven't even been sleeping in my bed because it just kills me. It's an old bed. It used to be good. Now it just hurts. That's about it. Green line, yeah, you would totally like that. The Discord, the single player Tarkov. I linked it in the V section. It's pretty cool shit. The AI is not as good as when you're online, because you know it's like cloud computing they do to make their AI better. And the loot, you know, is not quite there yet, but they just released a 1.0 version of it, so they're still doing a lot of updates. Blank in your eye, took a 2-mile walk today fighting depression. Walks are good, especially in the woods. Crusader Sand, you can email me. Just look for my email down below and email me, brother. I'll send you a one-time link and then we'll test you. We'll test your utter being. It'll be like when Cain threw Raziel into the abyss. Say what? You're on my friends list? I think you changed your name recently, that's probably why. I don't know if you're on. I just recently cleaned up my friends list. I had somebody message me, he probably was a good person, and I'll get him back on there. But he was like, hey bro, I haven't seen you in a while. Your channel, what's going on? And I was in a bad mood that day, and I was thinking, I was like, if he's not checking my backup channels, if he's just waiting for me to upload a CHN too, then what the fuck? Let's check my, yeah, I think I have. Let's see. Yeah, I got you. I see you on there. Yep. Interesting. Have we gamed together before? What have we played? What have we played? We got a game. Ugh. It's gonna get ugly, guys, because the media is against America. They hate the idea of America. They want communism. They want an elite ruling class. They want a media class. It is crazy, guys. But Trump is literally fighting for our country. And there's people out there that are like, but he made fun of a disabled reporter. But he did this. But he did that. But the Rothschilds. But don't you want Biden? I mean, let's just talk about Trump and Ivanka and liberal fantasies of incest. Let's talk about that. And, you know, how many times Trump went on Epstein plane one time, you know? They ignore the Clintons 30 times, and Trump is so bad. Let's keep focusing on that. Ignore everything. These people are just pathetic. Pathetic, and I'm not talking about the average person that dislikes Trump, or I'm talking about the people that 24/7 would want you to focus on these aspects and not focus on the fact that Joe Biden is going to steal the election, lock up the country, destroy the economy, make your kids drop out of school, lose their social life, destroy America, literally. It's crazy. I think we probably kicked you for inactivity, Mr. Buttchug. We'll get you back in on the next round of invites, public invites. I'm drinking some organic fruit punch cocktail. How do you like them apples? Yes, John Quintius has a good one. He says we must cultivate safety and positivity among our local communities. Never give in to being demoralized. And that's about it. Let's we're almost at an hour mark. This is very good. This is very good. Let's put the outro on. Let's hang out a little bit longer. What are you guys doing tonight? And I have a question that I just saw. Always at me at CHN3, so I really see it. But I saw this one from Joe V. He says, anything new regarding VCAT Anon? Nothing besides those arrests of the 113 vile people, you know? They were a human trafficking, child trafficking ring. Kids were saved. It happened that day. But Dan Bilzerian has not been arrested yet. So I don't know. We're still waiting. You know, let's put it this way, guys. There is so much happening behind the scenes that it would blow your mind. It's like a James Bond movie. It's like a Tom Clancy novel. It's like Splinter Cell. It's like John Fisher. What was his name? Sam Fisher. John Fisher was his uncle that owned the gyro shop down in Hoboken. Sam Fisher, the elite NSA agent. So there is things going on that you wouldn't even fathom. They won't even tell the public. They're like, yeah, there was no motive. He was wiring money to the Philippines. So he moved a 500-pound hurricane window of a hotel and he shot down on the Harvest Festival. Stephen Paddock, there was no motive. And then 2 weeks later, the security guard goes on Ellen DeGeneres and the people believed it. Whoa. You have to understand the average people are not ready for Pizzagate to release. They're not ready for the crimes of Hillary Clinton. You know what they are ready for, ladies and gentlemen? They are ready to hear about voter fraud and manipulation by government assets. That they are ready to hear, to open up their minds even further. And say what you will about the Q community, but they are waking up people more and more and more. Way more than your average drama YouTuber. Way more than your average e-celeb movement. So we have to be thankful for the Q movement. And Vegas is all about the Four Seasons. It's all about Saudi princes. It's all about espionage, faction wars, IRL. Pretty radical stuff. Yeah, this is wild. Like, I'm hearing people out there that really believe Biden won. They think it's like, they think the voter fraud is like, they don't think it's nothing. They don't even comprehend it. They can't even calculate it. You understand? The American people on a whole, your colleagues and co-workers, some of your family and friends have been dumbed down beyond existence, beyond belief. They are basically drooling. And like they get all their information from the programming of television. And they don't think for themselves. When they're punished, they think for themselves. You, the listener of CHN, are sentient beings with a spirit, with a soul, with a body, with a mind. And you are using them all. You have inner monologue, inner thought, inner visualization and conceptualization. But the average American out there, the average world, UN following, science following, That their God is science, their pastor is the television, and they get all their information from it. Oh, CNN said Trump yellow man is orange man, is racist man. He grabbed pussy man, he's bad man. Everyone make fun of him. Ha 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 ha. Schoolyard. It's ridiculous, guys. This is idiocracy to a 5th degree. And people pretend like they're political. They pretend like they know something. But when their feet get put to the fire, they run away. They have no idea what's going on in the grand scheme of things. They focus on one small painting in the grand museum of art, and they think that one painting is the answer to the whole freaking big picture, but it's not. It's not. You have to fabric together every piece. Every notion of the truth needs to be put into perspective. At the end of the day, these communists will not win, but it's not going to be pretty, put it that way. It is not going to be pretty. Because the media is going to make it ugly. And your colleagues at work are going to amplify it. And the protesters that are 50% paid, they're going to get paid more. And then, you know, your friends and these people will join them thinking that they're doing the right thing for the Republic. But the right thing for the Republic is supporting a full audit of the election to find out who really voted, find out who the real winner is. And Trump is not leaving until then. Just reading what you guys are saying. Jim Watkins does watch the show. Yeah, I think my personal opinion is Jim Watkins was a major not mouthpiece, but the guy helping spread the news from the algorithm AI naval intelligence known as QAnon. It could be an NSA. It could be elements from both parties, many different alphabet soup. Yes, he's actually a moderator on this channel. And we modded him way before I even knew it was him. And then I was like, oh, hey, Jim, it's you. Thanks for watching. I think you should look into it further, Discipline Daddy. That is a small fragment of the pie. You are onto something. But as the owner of a website, I'm sure he had access with high privileges, put it that way. Just like, you know, Ghislaine Maxwell being the top moderator of Reddit. She had some big privilege. But that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, I'd consider subscribing. Come back for the call-in special. It will be right here on CHN3, on DLive, and on Twitch. I will announce it in a few days on the main channel, Central Happenings Network 2. Links are in description below. I am building a pure video game channel to fight the algorithm so we never lose it. Subscribe to that. Link should be below. Brand new channel. It is Bellagio Sampler Games. Pure Palm over in DLive says, hey, good evening, Bellagio. Good evening to the CHN fam in chat. Kindness regards to all. We are doing a DLive only show coming up. I keep saying it's tomorrow. Tomorrow's a busy day. But I might surprise you guys. Make sure you're subscribed to my D Live. It'll just be Terry Davis videos one after another, with me commenting in between. Definitely want to see some of these rare Terry Davis videos I have. And that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. You have a great rest of your evening. I'm gonna go relax in the cord and play some emulation of Tarkov, I think. Let's see, I'm trying to fuck with the code of the game. I will talk to you all later.